And joining me now is United Nations Assistant Secretary General Lynn Hastings. She's also the Humanitarian Coordinator in the occupied Palestinian territory. Welcome to DW. So Rafah border crossing has been reopened. You have been warning that the health system in Gaza is on the brink of collapse. So will 20 trucks of aid make any difference?
Thanks, Mariana. And yes, it will make a difference to those few people who do receive, but it's a drop in the bucket. What we are calling for is a sustained, increasing daily deliveries going forward in the next period. So these 20 trucks, yes, welcome start, but not nearly enough.
Can you perhaps walk us through the process of mediation that led to the reopening of the Rafah border crossing? So I know the talks were going for quite a long time. Why did it take so long?
Well, part of the reason, of course, is because there's a number of different parties involved. The Israelis, the Egyptians, the partners who are trying to deliver humanitarian assistance, various other member states, etc. So there's a lot of, as I say, different parties who are involved, and that's a big part of the issue. Another part of the issue, of course, is every member state or party has some of their own interests, but also just different requirements, etc., which really needed to be settled out, unfortunately, because humanitarian assistance should be unconditional.
And what about those who hold foreign passports and the thousands who are waiting to leave Gaza? Could they be allowed to leave at some point in the next couple of hours?
I don't know. There are many, many rumors around. Again, there's a number of different parties who are involved and that we need consent. There are safety and security issues, of course, involved. And again, each member state has a different methodology in terms of dealing with their own national staff. At the United Nations, we are hoping to be able to get some non-essential staff out, but we also want to be bringing in other staff to replace those people who have been in Gaza under very, very difficult circumstances, so they can rotate and so that we bring in new staff who aren't exhausted yet and will be able to contribute and support the ongoing operations as we stay and deliver.
Well, the UN Secretary General is among those who are calling for a ceasefire. What can you tell us about efforts to achieve this?
So we have been calling for a humanitarian ceasefire for several days now. It's needed for us to be able to deliver assistance. Without it, we do have other mechanisms called a notification system whereby we inform the parties that we're trying to move. But what we really need is a humanitarian ceasefire to be able to deliver assistance to where people are.
That was the UN Assistant Secretary General, Lynn Hastings. Thank you so very much for speaking to us at DW.
Thanks, Mariana.